I can thank the United States Air Force for providing the background music. They're running drills today, it looks like. I received this letter from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Normally I'm speaking about dogs, but today I had something really ridiculously funny happen to me. I served my country. I've got a couple of things here from the time I served, but you know, we went over and deployed and got a thing called a good conduct thing, so I did something good. I achieved something well in the Army. I wore something around my neck. I put some badges and stuff on. I don't know where all my other stuff is. But anyways, today we're talking about the VA. I received this in the mail, and I would never normally talk about it, but I have to because they hung up on me, so I have no other way to get this out. I asked to speak to a supervisor, and the supervisor hung up on me. It's the VA, I'm telling you. I'm holding so much back right now. So I've dealt with the VA for many, many years. So first of all, my first thing is I get this card. This is a thing in the mail saying, we understand that you may live far away, or you may have to wait too long, because of course the VA is in the news for killing people off because they have to wait long for appointments, so they die. I think of the old thing where in one of the movies where some people are going to see get processed through death, and they look over and they see this guy waiting so long that he's a skeleton, so they switch out his number. Anyways, you can see the date of issuance that they issued me this Veterans Choice temporary program is January 15. When I called and they asked me for my date of birth, I said, oh, date of issuance. Date of birth? I was born in June 19 blah blah blah. She says, I need a day. I says, well, it's a whole month, just like your date of issuance that it took to give me this card. There's one thing about the backwardness of the VA. I'm not bashing the VA, but I have to say my voice on this one. I have to. When you go and call, because they say, here, person to assess your eligibility. Before you call us, have you been told that you're more than 30 days? Yes, I have. Are you more than 40 miles from these facilities? Yes, I am. Do you do blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter on the other thing. I hit the first two, so I'm already good. So if you answered yes, verify your eligibility by calling. There's the number if you guys want to call. You'll be able to hear the Secretary of whoever, Defense or the Army or somebody's head up somebody's thing, and say to them, would you like to thank us for doing blah, 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 blah. You can hear him talk to you for another 5 minutes and then say enter your zip code, when you should have just done that to begin with. So watch this before you call this number. Then you don't have to listen to some guy say, we're here for you, and then wait for the next part. So I call. I don't usually deal with the VA because there's other veterans that need it more than me. And I call him. So I says, oh, you know, am I eligible? You know, I have an open-ended wait on my mental health. You know, I've been waiting for a couple months on the orthopedics. You know, you know, what's going on and stuff. It's, you know, far away. Am I, you know, there's actually better orthopedics than the VA here in town. Well, any place would be better for the VA. VA is your last choice. I hate to say that, but it is definitely your last choice. That's not a bashing. The veterans there, the VA's there for veterans, and it's your last choice. I'll tell you that. See, veterans, they should have put last choice on there, because I called them. And they said, oh, looks like you're in the system. Looks like your member ID is right. Look, they issued me a member ID on there. Wow, they did that. I wasn't even told the lady. I'm happy I got a member number. Wow. And they actually don't actually use your personal information throwing it around all your paperwork like they normally do. And so I said, oh, great. Everything was looking good. Then she says, oh, you know what? The VA hasn't cleared you to be eligible for this yet. This is a new program. And so what we're asking veterans to do right now is to wait about 7 days and call us back. Okay, everybody, just think about that for a minute. I just got through listening to the secretary of somebody high up in some military rank talking to me how we're helping these veterans out, basically because we're tired of you guys waiting. I know this was a temporary thing, temporary program, it even says. What does it say? Temporary program, because anything now in government's got to be temporary because we don't know what the future is holding. Temporary program. So it's temporary, but it's so that you don't have to wait. Have you been told why you got to wait for more than 30 days? But I just been told by these guys I have to wait another 7 days before I even talk to them. And then they'll start trying to get me hooked up with somebody that hopefully they can see me before 30. I told the lady on the phone, I says, why don't I just freaking wait for my appointment then? Thank you, Secretary of whoever and whoever's in charge of all this VA stuff. You just make it even more difficult for us to get help out there. Had to say something. I had to say something.